How y'all doing? If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. So it is after Christmas, after New Year's. I've been working like mad, and the thrift shops had nothing. So this is the first time I've actually found something worth buying in like almost 2 weeks. But it should be a banger. So we got a small toy bag. It was $1. And then we got Skylanders Superchargers still in package. And this is actually, fortunately or unfortunately, this is 2 taped together. So this is going to be an adventure to try to get those apart and preserve them. So let's dig into the Skylanders. Skylanders was an interactive game, I want to say 2012, 2010, 2012. Went on for a while. I don't think it's been shut down. I think it kind of died off in some way, and there's workarounds depending on systems where you could still play it. And oddly, the toys themselves, which are used in-game by putting them on a pad that the whatever your gaming console can read, they have like little batteries in them that have died. So like basically the game's become unplayable. As such, the market ended up getting flooded with these. Oddly, it started getting flooded with them right when I started reselling. So I bought 2 literal duffel bags of these at a thrift shop thinking I was going to cash in. And I still have them 4 years later. Now, granted, I've been selling them right along. I sold one like the other day, actually. And I've made it through maybe like 70% of those duffel bags. But you got to be exceedingly careful with these. Any toy still in the original packaging that's 10 years old is going to hold value. I did just a real quick search on these in the store when I saw it, and the new in-box pricing was outrageous depending on like variants, depending on systems. So I just grabbed it because pretty much worst case scenario, these will sell for like $10 each. And I'll make $5 on all 4 or something whenever it moves, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Now, the issue is they tape them back to back. So we're going to have to be very careful getting untaped. And then we're going to come down to looking them up and determining if it's better to sell them in a lot of all 4 still in box or have 4 listings. Sometimes you do better just packaging them up because you save on the shipping for the buyer. This one has a little damage already, so I'm going to start with the Stealth Stinger. Now the blister pack is not popped, but this corner is bent. The packaging tape is not super forgiving, but we're going to see if we can get all this off very slowly and gently. If you hear tearing at any point when you're doing this, you stop. You can't go too quick because you gotta kind of pick up on those audio clues that you have perhaps started to rip the box. That top corner there, I lost a tiny shred, but I think we're good. I'm starting to lose tape, so tape will start ripping if you don't get a good angle on it, and then you have to go back and get that stray bit, which could be hard if it rips very thinly. Try to go to the other side here. Let's unhook this one. Why these are different? There's different releases on this. There's Skylander Giants, and there's a lot of games around this that also are obsolete. There's a Disney one, Infinity, which I also got a lot of figures for. Shit, we're starting to go I started ripping there, so I'm going to pick a different angle and see if I can not rip this. Just not in a great spot. But there's also a Spyro the Dragon game. This whole corner wants to come off. I'm going to have to live with the fact I'm going to have to come back to this left side to get this piece of tape and try to get this before it rips the whole side of the box off. This was going to be the hardest one to not further damage it. There we go. Very careful on the edge. And I lost just a little shred of grain. I don't think that's terrible. I'm going to have to get this piece of tape up and continue to do that, or else I'm going to lose the edges on the boxes when I do this. That is a style of like amiibo game. It was cool for a bit. I never got into it, but there were quite a few examples of it. People get big into collections, and people still collect them today. It's a supply and demand thing. When the game is not active any longer, or at least not majorly active, people start offloading collections. And we're going to talk about what happens. Some telltale signs the bubbles burst on these items in terms of supply and demand. So as such, I never take these in anymore unless they're in a bag and I've already kind of established value. All right, all the tape off, and that actually looks all right. Just that little tiny piece, and then the corner that was naturally, or not naturally, but it was already damaged when I got it. Yes, I'll pause video, get the rest of the tape off of these. All right, so got it done. The green one actually came out the best. This one, like, somebody just pressed the tape down, I think, because I lost random little spots all over it. Doesn't look awesome. This one, there was no way to get the edges off. Everywhere I started peeling it ripped, so I was just kind of screwed on that. This one wasn't bad at all, actually, but I did get one little piece that ripped. So not perfect, but when you consider the rarity on something that's 10 years old, still in the box, I'm not going against a lot of competition on these. So let's look at Skylander. So we talked about Skylander and supply and demand. 88,000 Skylanders for sale. And you know the bubbles burst when you start seeing basically ads. These kind of things, all Skylanders. Buy 3, get 1 free. Free shipping. Here's the price list. And this is just a running listing of every Skylander, and you'll select from a drop-down menu, pick out the ones you want. You can bundle them, and it's because they bought liquidations. These guys collected these as people were like tossing out the door, got them for very cheap, and they're just looking to get their money back. So that's what you're going to see, a lot of that. Huge lots. Complete your collection. So that's when you know you're going to be looking at a pretty high supply and not quite as much demand as you'd like. So out of 88,000, what's the sell-through? We got 21,000 sold. So that's not terrible, but it's going to be mostly cheap stuff or rare stuff. So here's 28 Skylanders for 30 bucks. This guy, I'm assuming, is rare. So Swap Force was another one. You know, people, 665, they gave that away, effectively. So now we got Superchargers. So we will go back just to narrow this down a bit. Did they change this? Yeah. Okay. It's a little annoying. So Skylanders, Superchargers. We got just under 8,000 on this. So I don't know anything about these. I don't know if I have rare ones or not. We're gonna go, just skim it real quick and see if we have anything that people are looking for. Obviously this one, anytime you see watchers, 80 or 65 bucks with free shipping and 63 watchers, obviously this one is rare and desirable in some way. If you have 63 watchers on something that at that price, if you put one for 50 bucks, it would be gone instantly. I don't have that one. I have Shark Tank, Burn Cycle, Jet Stream, and Stealth Stinger. So let's hope we see some of those. And we'll just go through the first like 2 pages, just to kind of eyeball it. It looks like this had a different pad than the other one. And these I typically sell for 8 or 9 bucks. So this one being 3 watchers at 16, I think this was maybe a short-lived thing for Skylander. Might have been the popularity was waning. It was the last one. And all these portals. So that's the guy from above out of box, and they're looking for $46. So not seeing this one yet. Oh, here we go. So Jetstream, buy 4 get 1 free. Jetstream is selling out of box for $6. So that's not good. They've sold 28 of these. So again, they bought some kind of liquidation on this. This guy had 208 of these. I don't even know how that happens. I don't know if like gaming stores maybe were doing something with these and they ended up with just a lot of them and just sold them off for nothing or for trades, and some guy accumulated them and is looking to basically make $4 per. Oh, we have Shark Tank. Wonderful. I didn't even notice that was one of the ones we have. Yeah. And he's actually selling a figure and the car. I just have the car. So that's not good. But, again, ours is in box. It's different. People bought these to play with them. Like any toy. Then we got Vehicle Striker. We don't have that one, but that's in box. So we're just going to put new in box up here, and we'll see what comes up if anybody used that lingo. Alright, so Hot Streak we knew about. Soda Guy we saw. Dive Bomber we don't have. Got none of those. So we have Burn Cycle. That's this one. 9 watchers. $10 still in box. So this was kind of my worst case scenario, is I'd only get 10 for these. So with Burn Cycle with 9 watchers at $10, looks like that's going to be the case. Now, the thing with new in box toys is this is never probably going to be worth less than 10. It's going to go up. It's a matter of if I want to hang on to it. It doesn't take up a ton of space, realistically. And I have sold some box stuff, so I don't mind listing that for 10. Let's see what else we got here. So we don't have Sky Slice, we have Jetstream. Quite a few of these, huh? So that seems like a special one there, the skull one. Got Burn Cycle again, but this is a variant Burn Cycle. guess we have the standard. Alright, so we'll punch in the name just to see. Superchargers. I'm thinking these may all be base models. And this could also be why they ended up at the thrift shop. Alright, yeah, so... Is this a Wii? Oh. These are system... all system compatible. How would you even tell? Just says Activision. Doesn't say Wii, doesn't say Xbox. Unless this was like a Wii exclusive thing. I really don't know. But anyways, they're selling for 11. We got one for 9, so that's probably gonna be another $10 one. So on Stealth Stinger, 524 listings. What's our sell through? 61. That's not terrible. It's not great, but again, it's gonna be showing you all of them, and mine's the new in box, so that must be a variant, but didn't really sell for anything either. Variant, $13. 11. So. Yeah, we're looking like, I'm guessing these are all going to be 10, honestly. Alright, Jetstream. Oops. $4.79 on that. See how many are in the box. We got somebody asking for 19, somebody else asking for 8. And they're both still for sale. Another 8 down here. So $4.79. 54. Yeah, so I'm thinking, yeah, it's gonna be doing $10 on these. Whatever. Not really a loss. It's gonna be, you know, just a few dollars. But I think they'll be okay, you know, long term, because they're still in the box. And I think we already saw Shark Tank. There's too many of them for sale. So 60. $7 out of box. Said combos with the figure and the car. Alright, here's one in the box. Looks kind of weird, but okay. 12. Now I could also do all 4 as a listing. And I'd end up saving on shipping. Because with shipping, free shipping, I'm going to lose most of the money to the post office. But if I put 4 together, I could likely do 40 in free shipping, and I would actually still make quite a bit of money on this. Honestly, I think that's the way to go, because if somebody's serious about collecting these, they'd be more apt to get 4 in box for a decent price. All I gotta do is pack them up. And they'll ship pretty easy just because they're so boxy. So I think that's going to be our move. When they're individually not going to do too well. So I paid $3 each basically. So I'll list them for 30 free shipping. And we'll end up about here. We're not going to make a lot. Unfortunately, that could be probably more like that. But whatever, now I know. I learned a little bit if I happen to see those variants in the box. That would be helpful. And we got an interesting bag. The bag was $1. It was torn open, and this horse was next to it, so I just threw the horse in the bag, figuring whatever. They can't sell stuff on the shelf that doesn't have a price, so I just acquired it. So let's see, we have a made in China plain wooden block. We have some kind of rubber ducky. We have a corn husk doll. Now I grabbed it because obviously this is Green Ranger from some vehicle. Talk about this horse in a second. Pretty interesting. Some, like a candy thing, Pop It, and Gamico Homecoming Southern New Hampshire University playing cards. So yeah. We'll throw all of this away immediately, and here we go. So I grabbed it because it had a hole in it and I could stuff this horse in it, basically. So we have a Green Ranger. Obviously, he's meant to go in a Zord or on something. He's not going to be functional as a figure. I don't know if this was added after the fact. It looks like marker. I don't have anything to try to get it off. But we're going to look this guy up. So there wasn't any markings on him. He has a number on his back. The screws are Phillips, so I feel like it's going to be a legitimate figure. His helmet says police, which is weird. So hopefully it's not a Power Ranger. Whatever this is. You know what? I think we're just going to Google Lens this. Hold on. My phone has died. Alright, so. This is Power Rangers SPD. And we got the Green Ranger. I've never heard of this iteration of Power Rangers. 2005, so it's fairly old. So we're looking for a Green Ranger who's riding something. Maybe a motorcycle. Maybe whatever. This looks like a John Deere. How many of these are there? 1,900. Okay. We'll narrow it down. We'll just put green. So here's our guy. Patrol bike green. $9. That's not promising. And the tough part is he is not useful as a figure. You can't really play with him. He won't do anything other than sit on a patrol bike. And the patrol bike with the figure is less than $20. He may not even be worth listing, actually, because if somebody can't move him for $6, we're in trouble. $232 for sale. 48 sold. Let's see if we see any of these guys solo. If we don't, we're just going to toss it, because I don't want to have it sitting around. So this is how you make a decision to not become a hoarder. This will never move. I took a chance on it, and that chance was not good. Now the bag was $1. And honestly, what I did is I stuffed this horse in. Because this has to be old. So this is a die-cast horse. Now the feet are kind of weird. I don't know if somebody drilled them or if they're supposed to look like that or if it's just wear and tear. The paint is coming off in some spots. It's missing its bridle. There's a hole through its face where it was supposed to go. All it says is Japan, which is weird because Japan hasn't really been in a toy market in forever. So this has gotta be probably from the 60s. You know, cast toys like this are just not been made in forever. This thing is heavy, heavy. Let's see. 6 ounces. Quite a lot for a figure. I wish I knew. You know, there is no brand. It just says Japan on its leg. So we're probably not gonna have a brand. But I don't know if we're gonna have a way of selling it, because unfortunately, when people are searching for stuff, brand names really, really help. So Breyer and Schleich and you know, Safari Limited on horses. So are they looking for Japan die-cast horse? Probably not. But yeah, we'll start there anyways. Japan die-cast horse. We got it in the first page. Okay. Because, I mean, quite frankly, they don't know what to list it at either. So vintage die-cast horse with saddle, Japan. So this is just some company was making these. It could be whatever this company is. But this is our horse. It has the bridle, which is a chain, which is a little odd. And there's another one also with a chain. And then another one. Palomino horse, original lead. So they're asking 20 for theirs with the lead. There's another one. That one's for 10. This is 1950s, which is believable. Another one. Surprisingly large amount of these out here. Now, the question is, do they move? Now, I paid $1 for it. So, 134 listings. 7. So this one's different from mine. 25 bucks, 1950s. 18. This one's a black version. For like $8. Yeah. This is tough. I'm going to list it because it's kind of cool. It's rare, it's old, obviously. It says lead. I hope it's not lead. 18 bucks. So if I price it low enough, I sell a lot of horses. And it is just very interesting. The paint isn't great. I think I will list it. Everybody had it for 20 bucks, basically. I'm going to do 12. And whether or not it sells, I honestly don't know. So, not a great day at the thrift shop, but I had to buy something. I haven't bought anything in a long time. And you never know. I mean, this is just a cool find. The Skylanders stuff, they'll take up a bit of space, but I think they'll go eventually. And I got my groove back. I got stuff to list, but anyway, if you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.